Aloha and welcome to yet another rendition of pages from Ted Greene's Modern Chord Progressions. We're moving right along and headed into page 62. That is 6-2, following 6-1, and prior to 6-3 is 6-2. And you will notice that page 6-2, still in the key of E flat, is very similar to 6-1. He's just riffing on these same ideas, these same shapes and areas of the neck. So here we go. I'm going to play these are short progressions, so I'm just going to play on through them. 2, 3, we've got and that's an important one. That guy right there, we've heard that a million times, right? Minor 9, that C7 augment or C7 flat 13. Here we go, and it's whoopsie 3, 4. That one's nice, makes me want to resolve. One more, it's having a little trouble getting there. One more, it's nope, it's yeah. That B flat 13 flat 9 giving me some troubles. There it is. And right, notice all this is starting with that G minor shell. And remember, we're starting on the 3 chord, right? The not the 1, which would be E flat, but the 1, 2, 3, some sort of G minor, 2, 3, and last one of this set. One more time. Resolve. Pretty nice stuff. Notice it is getting a touch monotonous, but it's really just because these are more or less, the core idea is the same in all of these progressions, right? Notice all the root motion. Yo, ya, yo. That's G to C to F to B flat. Again, G, C, F to B flat. And just, altering those chords. What has he got for us next? Let's see. A little bit of the same, but not quite. Yeah, something's going to start happening in this set where we really have to examine the right hand, right? We'll get these 5-note voicings, or rather 5-note voicings are also voicings with string separation, which means you got to get pretty dialed in the right hand, unless, of course, you're muting something somehow with the left, right? But, well, I'll talk more about it as it comes up. We've got like, for instance, this one, it's a 5-note chord, 5th in the bass, another 5-note chord there. There's another one. And yeah, we're in this 5-note territory, so that's every finger, right? That's a big claw. That's fun, eh? Let's keep going. 2, 3, and okay, look at this. He brings in a 7 sharp 9 flat 5. Look how he's getting this guy. There's a cool chord. This guy, ooh, boom, and he gives you that optional note on top, the flat 9 with a hollow note. It's worth grabbing. Notice you can grab it. You're barring initially with the middle, then the ring comes in, the index is getting the sharp 11, and your pinky will be free to get the flat 9. Let's put that in motion. 3, and oh, look at this bad boy. Okay, that's tough. really wanting us to reach all the way up to that D. Why are you doing this? No, I'm being... Yes. No. No. Up to the 13. The sharp 9, pardon me. I'm all mixed up over here reading and thinking and doing all this stuff. Let's look at that one again. That's G minor 7. Like this. I like that sound a lot. I missed the dot. I just didn't see the dot there. So that would be 3 and. No, 3, 4, ready and. Yeah, so that flat 9, this pinky reaching for the flat 9. That chord, that's a cool chord. And that's a tough one, but totally doable, right? Initially, just get used to the bottom 3 notes and barring with that middle finger. Then adding your sharp 11. Oops. Oh boy. Danger. Then the sharp 9. And resolve. That's a fun one. That's a tough one. Let's keep going. 2, 3, and. That's nice. Notice the melody's da da da, stepping down, ba ba ba. So the melody's just chromatically descending. Let's put the chords in there. As you hang with these, you're going to want to ask yourself, what's the melody doing? How is it moving? How is it grooving? Right? How's it moving? How's it grooving? Okay. Brief tech difficulty there, but we're back. We are back with a lot of G minor going on. That's a nice sound, eh? All right, what we're doing now? Well, we were doing this, talking about that chromatic movement of the melody. And right into this, 2, 3, and wow, this is tricky. So once again, these 5-note voicings. That's a tough minor chord. Look at, these. Yeah, where you got to bar the ring. I never liked ring barring chords, where you got to bar your ring finger. That's happening here. Look at this. What is this, Ted? What are you doing to me, man? Okay. That's the move. Into. Fun. Okay. Let's see. That move is tough. Oh, that is a tough move, man. See, Ted's tough. There's one chord on here that is so ridiculous. I'm just like, Ted, why, dude? But, there we go. Okay, gotta practice more. 2, 3, and. Right on. Fifth in the bass, it's. Now here we got some different stuff going on. Notice all of a sudden we've left this. That's been our root motion for a while, right? But now he has us starting on the 5th of the 3 chord. That's dropping down a half step to the flat 9 of the 6th chord, and that's dropping down a half step to the 5th of the 2 chord, and that's dropping down a half step to a flat 9, or the flat 9 of the 5 chord, and then that could drop down a half step to the 5 of the 1. And then bring assured resolution. Let's hear it in time. 2, 3, and. One more, and. No, 2, 3, and. Some pretty sounds, some pretty cool sounds. And now Ted starts hanging with this idea a lot, this moving, sort of that chromatic bass line in the bottom. Fits really well in the hand, fits really well in the fingers. That's G minor 7 to a C13 flat 9. These have the flat 9 in the bass, right? That's flat 9, flat 7. Excuse me. That's flat 9, flat 7, major 3rd. 13? Yeah, that's the C13 flat 9 with the flat 9, flat 7, 3rd, and 13 there. So we got them to the good old F minor 7 to B flat, flat 9, 13. And let's resolve to an E flat major 7 sharp 4. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a cool page, a good page. Notice it's a little bit farther beyond page 61, right? We're on 62 now, and so it's a little trickier, okay? Once again, the 5th is on the bottom. Ba, a 2. You know what to do. It's... That's a nice one. He gives us a lot of options here on the last chord, right? I could do that, or those hollow notes, right? We have so much leeway on the 5 chord, right? The 5 chord is the point of mass, where are we? Tension. Where is the 1 chord, right? So we have more options. My favorite 5 chord is just throwing a piano down a staircase and then landing on a C major chord at the end. It's very fun. So here, he chooses to do that. He chooses to go 5 chord and resolve. So pretty, very pretty, so pretty. 2, 3, and. One more time. Yeah. It's. Now here's something cool, right? Notice here we have some spacing between the notes of the chord, but in the upper register, right? So when I grab this C7 flat 9, I really got to be precise in my right hand and make sure I'm skipping that B string initially and then bringing in the B string. Happens yet again on the 5 chord. And that takes some attention, you know, especially if you're not used to, placing your fingers in that way, right? Bring extra attention to the right hand and where the fingers are planting. We're talking, centimeters of distinction here. So tune into that, especially on some of these progressions later or deeper down the page of 62. I'm trying it again to I'm not even sure which one I'm on. Yeah, I am. Now I am 2. Try it again. Distance? No, goodness gracious. Similar stuff. Very pretty. I'm going to do that one more time. Yeah. That's and now the last few he brings us up here. Whoopsie daisies. Come on, man. Couldn't quite see that last chord. It's a beautiful one. We're going. So that's page 62, okay? Some fun stuff, a few tricky ones in here, but this is really elemental movement, right? This is sounding like jazz, right? It's sounding like, oh yeah, we're swinging, right? Now, in a jazz context, often these chords are zipping by, right? 2 beats a chord, maybe a bar a chord, sometimes, not even a beat a chord, it depends, right? But, as you're starting to deal with this stuff, you don't gotta treat it that fast. I'm hopping around and dum, dum, I'm moving quick, right? I'm moving too quick. Just 'cause I'm having fun. But before you can have crazy fun like that, you gotta be like, can you move through it slow, right? Or could you even treat it like a rock and roll? Just spend as much time as you need to prepare for that next chord, right? I'm just getting used to that motion, going in slow motion, right? Take your time before you're like, oh, I played an E natural. I should end this video now, because what am I doing? What am I doing? That's the end of page 62. Now, if you're still here, well, you're probably pretty strange. And you're probably interested in learning music. So if you really want to take it deeper, there's a link down there or like a comment section or something. You can reach out to me and I will look inside your brain for you and help you. Okay? So if that interests you, click the link, give me a call, drop a message, send an email, send me a raven. Okay? Whatever you got to do. But if you're for real about music and want to get more real, right? I want to get more real with this stuff. I'm here to help people out who are ready to do that. So click the link, like, share, subscribe, let people know that music's good. Play the music in your life. Play, share, have fun.